Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that plays in... There's a pattern here, and I fucked it up already. We are a 5... Hi, everyone. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in because they are a pain in the butt. But hey, that's all cool.
Only 3 of us, apparently, so, you know.
Well, Tanner should be along momentarily, and Amber will be joining us a little bit later. Ah, see? There. What did I say?
Magic.
Just gotta wait for that scene to load. See, you say one thing and it just like rolls right into it.
We kill everyone. Sorry.
Oh wow! I guess this scene I didn't adjust the thing here. So let me adjust this for a moment. Hello, Tanner.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
Oh,
Good.
he has disco lights, apparently.
The question tonight is fuck, marry, kill. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we haven't got
Ooh.
there yet. I've got to fix Tanner's video right quick. Oh god, what did I do?
Oh wait, I'm not Nereus.
Where are you, Tanner?
You're not?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Oh yeah, everyone check their character sheet. Make sure they're playing with campaign 2.
Yeah, it insists on loading Olive every single time I open it.
It insists on loading a character I made for Jared's home game and have never played.
It's true. All right. We're getting Tanner into the shot here. Here we go. There's Tanner. Hi, Tanner. Woo. All right. Indeed. Hello. Thank you. I've got it for the Pikachus. Hello, Solid 10 D&D. Welcome in. For the first time chatter, welcome in very much. We're going to go around. We're going to introduce ourselves, and then we'll get started. But first, I need someone to roll a D30 for me. A D30. Ooh, someone got a haircut. Looking fresh.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pink dot. Pink dot, that's a great haircut.
I did get a haircut.
Oh, wow. Thank you for the bit, Solid 10. That's wonderful. That's very nice of you. Yay. Weird. The animation didn't fire. I'll have to look into that. All right.
Did somebody roll the die, or does somebody still need
I
to?
did, just now, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
You rolled a 7 on a D30. That's fantastic.
Is it?
All right. So, dear friends who are here, please introduce yourself, your character, and answer the question, what does your character consider to be the ugliest thing that they have ever seen? Reach real down in your core for whatever the core of your character may be, and think about what they view as ugly and what is that thing. And we're going to start our introductions at the top of the ladder over here with Sarah.
Oh, crap, that's me.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I'm Sarah. I'm Sarah, and I play Andra Grayspark, and I will never again choose a character name that starts with an A. Who is a halfling wizard. And she probably thinks that the ugliest thing she has ever seen is quite possibly she once got a good look at Cash's face.
I'm not even sure.
The hood, the perpetually hooded scary man.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I've got a good look at Cash's face.
It's true. None of you really have. You've just seen that like weird kind of gray skinned toothy smile that's far too large and the teeth are too wrong. That's the most. That's the most you've gotten from it, but that's okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much. Moving on down the rung, we got Matt.
Oh, this is Matt from one rung lower. I'm playing Corvus, the Phantom Rogue. And the ugliest thing Corvus has probably ever seen. almost definitely would be bigotry from fear and misunderstanding.
Racism and
That's got real deep really fast.
We really did.
He did say to reach down deep, so I know we don't know much about Corvus's backstory, but yeah, that probably tops the cake.
Fair enough. Very cool.
Oh, I meant to share my playlist today, and I totally bombed that. Well,
Yeah, you did.
Whoop. Oh, well, there we go. Now, hopefully that will work in the future. Well, thank you, Matt. Next up, we got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Lunine, the Hexblood Fey Knight, and the ugliest thing he's ever seen has to be this plane of existence.
Fair.
Pretty
well, okay.
Well then.
Hey,
You haven't seen my hometown yet.
it's true.
Oh. So they
completely out of line, but you're not wrong.
You didn't have to say it.
No one's arguing with you.
Well, speaking of, let's go over to Mike.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Matt.
You're
Also
Mike.
called Mike. I'm Mike. I
He's one
play
rung higher,
Renata.
Did I say Matt?
Yeah.
You did.
Oh, well, that's weird.
And then you quickly corrected yourself, but
Yeah.
still.
Oh,
We're gonna
Damage
laugh
was
at you anyway.
done.
my brain must have auto-corrected it because I didn't even know.
I am Mike, Renata Soul Angel, the half-elf, warlock, bard, killer combo.
Ooh.
And one day, Renata was walking along the beach, and he saw a weird animal washed up along the shore. And he took a closer look at it and realized it was a blobfish.
Oh,
And in that moment, he realized that was the ugliest thing he's ever seen.
It's not their fault. It's the pressure change. They can't handle
It's a
it.
crap need.
Their little bodies weren't designed for
They're
it.
majestic in the water, majestic, beautiful things in the water, but
I mean, they look better.
you know,
Majestic is pushing it, but you know.
Well, thank you all for that. Indeed, Amber, who plays Ozo, our halfling monk, will be along a little bit later. Unfortunately, Jeff, who plays our elven druid, will be out for a little bit. Will be out this week. He unfortunately had to fly across the country for work, so we don't get him. But hey.
Does he have a show yet?
He's got the show. It's the venue that's the question.
He knows, yeah.
But my name is Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged, and I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6-player characters. And with that, there's a lot of ugly in Nuuli, and some of it's not so bad. With that, let's dive right into Last Time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, our heroes chose to venture deep into the uninhabited portions of Cliffside to search for the missing dancer, Rini Swiftcrest. Traveling through the uninhabited parts to the deeper unexplored natural cave system, following but the faintest sounds of pipes that they heard, like pan flutes or music. The party stumbled upon the lair of a trio of giant spiders, and despite some massive hits from those spiders and their taking down of Selenar, the party was victorious, slaying the spiders and healing Selenar back to life. Lunine took the time to investigate the area, finding not only some gold, but a strange set of dice that the party learned were magical and could potentially harm others, but at a cost to potentially harming whoever rolled them. Continuing on, the party came ultimately to a small chamber where a group of satyrs and other creatures were dancing and frolicking, having a good time with themselves, along with a human woman that Renata recognized solely from her description the dancer known as Rini Swiftcrest. The party entered under the guise of joining the dance, with Corvus kind of hanging back in the shadows of the entry tunnel. Renata matching the tune and playing along, introducing himself to be the apparent leader of the group, and a satyr named Navari struck up a very interesting conversation about joining the party and having a good time. Lunine began to feel the rhythm and feel the rhyme and got on up and started dancing time. Andra joined in about a minute later, and now 2 of the party members are dancing along with the music, while Corvus has hung back to observe from the shadows, silent and unnoticed as of yet. Renata attempted to use magic to disrupt the playing, but Navari nimbly evaded the attack, seeing it as the jealousy of a lesser musician who wants the spotlight.
Woof.
Wow, I don't remember that from last week at all.
Yes.
Did you insight check? That's what he was thinking.
I did it. I should have.
Renata is understandably a little frustrated as Navari seems unwilling to let up on the celebrations while his friends dance, and Ozo sleeping back at the Ruddy Plank, which is an inn that the party is staying in. Ozo, who 2 sessions ago was drained of life force by an undead entity. So they're feeling a little down and out. So we dive back in. You are in this little, this kind of smallish chamber. There's like a kind of 3/4 circle around a campfire, and Rini dancing, and now Lunine and Andra are dancing. Renata's playing and attempted to knock over Navari. What are you all gonna do? Let's check in with Corvus, who is back about 40 feet or so, kind of clinging to the shadows of the tunnel area.
At the moment, I'm mostly keeping an eye on Renata, as it seems like things are coming to an head, so to speak. I would like to maybe take maybe another look around the room. I just want to keep an eye on all the pieces in play here in case something breaks out.
Great. Go ahead, just make a perception check for me. As you scan. Yeah, okay.
Interesting. Not great, but it is dark in here.
There is a campfire, so it's lit, so it's perfectly visible.
I just suck.
So what you see is this kind of satyr with a lute that seems to be Navari that you've heard talking. There's 3 other satyrs on one side of the room. They've got various pipes and other musical instruments that they are having a good time with. They're kind of beginning to like be closer to the dancers and kind of like dancing around the dancers. It looks like they're going to start like a circle in a circle kind of vibe. On some clusters of rocks that are like overhanging with like ledges and like little like hidey holes in them, there are some small little squat big-headed creatures that have like big arms that are too big for their bodies, and they're kind of thumping along. One of which was knocked over by Renata's spell and is currently swearing at him. Kind of in tune with the music. And then off on the other side of the room, there is a goblin in like a jester's outfit with a little like baton kind of looking thing that's got like a finger pointing on it, and jingling bells and kind of dancing around, having a good time, very chaotically moving around the room. Just this constant stream of like, if he hits a table, he either knocks it over or jumps on it and dances with it. If he comes like close to someone, he dances around them or like makes a joke at their expense. They are having a good time. And you think all in all, there's about 8 or 9 entities in this room that are not your friends. Plus, okay. You see the human dancer Rini Swiftcrest, long black hair, kind of a lot of shawls and like a halter top kind of vibe to her. Olive skin kind of complexion, sort of like Romani descent features, if you can imagine that.
Is she part of that 8 or 9?
No, she is she would be like the 9th or 10th, I guess, if you want to include that.
Okie doke. Would it? I don't think Corvus knows very much about magic other than it exists. But would it be apparent to me that maybe something's going on? Like some of these people are in a spell or a trance or drugs? Maybe it's drugs.
Make an insight check.
You know, could be drugs.
Or invest.
Aye.
Yeah, it could be insight or investigation.
Let's do the insight for. Well, okay.
Okay. With an 8, it looks like everybody's having a good time.
Yeah. Cool. Damn. I miss food some days. Okie doke. So, attention back on Renata. I want to see how this plays out, and I'm ready for action. In fact, can I ready in action were a hostile act to take place toward Renata? How should I phrase this? I have a feeling Renata's going to be the first to act. If Renata acts hostilely towards the satyr, I'm going to shoot his guitar.
Okay, so you're going to target the guitar.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to do anything, but
Okay. Cool. All right, so you're kind of like aiming with your you got a light crossbow?
you know, I don't. I kind of wish I did, but my inventory started with a short bow.
Oh, you've got a short bow, that's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
I
you,
might pick up a light
I gave you a hand crossbow at some point.
Oh, you gave me a hand crossbow.
Yeah, there was one looted and I gave it to you because I said,
Oh,
hey,
that's
do you want this?
right. I did want it, and I forgot to add it. Let's try it out. Now's the time.
you will be at disadvantage if you use the hand crossbow. It doesn't have the range of the...
Oh, you're right. Okay, we'll stick to the short bow then. I think crossbow will come later.
Well, you do have one, so.
Yeah, I need to add it, actually. That was my bad.
Great, so you can add that to your inventory. And I think you have about 10 bolts for that.
Okay, cool.
Very cool. All right, so Renata, you just had your spell kind of not have the effect you wanted to. There's one little bald guy yelling at you like, "Hey, what the fuck, man? You knocked me over off of my purse, now I'm off tempo. What the fuck? You're ruining the party."
Wait a minute. Off tempo. Alright, that's giving me an idea. Real quick though, the music is coming from Navari or from multiple.
Like Navari is playing the lute, like the guitar portion. There's 3 other satyrs in the room that have like pipes or like various other like stringed instruments. And then all these like short squat guys are like just kind of like thumping the rocks, kind of adding this like low percussion-y beat. And then the goblin is kind of dancing around, and the bells that they have on their jester outfit are just kind of jingling haphazardly and chaotically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what would happen. Because when I entered the room, I was trying to play in rhythm and in tune and beat with the music that's being played.
Mm-hmm.
What if I do a complete 180, go opposite, and just try to mess up the tempo, mess up the harmony, and just like really make a shit show out of this music being played right now?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Would that like disrupt their ability to play long and
Dissonance.
You don't know.
Just give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Why don't you go ahead? We'll do a competing performance check. Because you're trying to mess up his stuff, you're not trying to like add to it. I will give you advantage on this performance check. Okay, so 16.
16.
Very nice. So with a 16, you like it's a very like dancey beat, and you kind of start playing like the opposite of that, like a very like broody, like ballad kind of vibe to it. And it's in like instead of like a 4/4, it's in like a 3/3, so it's like a different signature. And
A waltz.
yeah, and it just and it does mess up Navari's playing, and he kind of has to stop, and everybody else kind of goes, "Arr!" And there's kind of this that like car wreck moment of when like everybody in the orchestra stops playing, and it's like, "Arr!" And the music goes still. You notice that Rini, Andra, and Lunine are still dancing to music that they cannot hear.
Okay.
And Navari looks at you and he's like, "What are you doing? Why stop the music, eh? Come on, man. Like, don't stop the rock. What's all this about?"
I'm going to try one more time a non-violent approach. And I'll say to him, I have a college party to attend to, so I need to take my friends, plus my hot date over there, pointing at Rini, and we got to skedaddle. We want to make it to at least the last bit of it.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Mhm.
All right, 19.
Ooh, all right, that's real good. He looks at you, and his like little like ears behind his horns perk up. "A party, you say? Ah, well, we love a party, don't we, boys? Ah, very well. Take us to your party. Lead the way." And he begins strumming along, and all the others begin like getting up from their positions, and the satyrs keep playing along with whatever this new song is. It sounds very like kind of like a college march song, like a college fighting song. They're like getting ready to go. And Rini and Lunine and Andra are still dancing.
Okay, didn't expect it to go this direction. So what? Everyone's like filing out now out of this.
No one has left the room yet. They're just all like getting up, and like they look like this group of creatures is ready to go to a party. And they're like, and Navari looks at you, Renata. It's like, "Where's this party? Ah, where is the party? Tell us, where's the party?"
It's at the end of my
All right.
blade.
Right. Basically. So I am going to do this. Since that didn't work the way I expected it to work. I'm gonna point, leading out where we had come into this room. I'm gonna say, well, we have to file out of here, and leave this little system is off at the college buildings.
Okay.
You know where that is?
Yes, of course. We've been around for a while. We know. What are we doing, eh? Let's go. Lead the way, my friend. Ah, we got a party to go to. We'll have all kinds of people dancing. It'll be a good time.
Right.
What's the problem? I thought you said you had a party that you were going to take us to, huh?
Right.
I mean, you say it's a college party. This is fun, right? It's not like hoity-toity. It's like a good time. We're going to get drunk. We're going to have some keg bombs. Yes?
Absolutely. And I just
Keg
realized
bombs.
that it's actually Lunine that has the address. so I need to speak with him. But he seems to be too preoccupied with the music. Maybe if you can tone it down a little bit.
Oh, he's just dancing. You can still talk to him. It's fine.
Really?
Of
I'm gonna go over
course.
there and try that. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Lunine.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, "Hey, are you like in a whisper to him, like, hey, are you still with me?"
Am I?
Yeah, you are aware of your surroundings. You are essentially under the charmed condition. So you just think like this satyr and his music is the best, and you're idolizing him, and you're like down to boogie whenever he plays music.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're you.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, this music's great. I just so much energy and just want to dance.
Okay, one, I will admit, I'm a little bit jealous that you didn't dance to my music at all up to this point. So we're going to talk about that later. Two, I know you're liking the music, Lunine, but we kind of had to quit the party, so I need you to sort of snap right out of it, okay? And if I may, I'll place my hands on his shoulders and give him a little shake. See if that, I don't know, breaks the charm effect. If it's as easy as that.
Hey, buddy.
Just
Snap out of it.
You shake Lunine and you almost knock him off balance from his dancing, but otherwise, no effect.
no.
I grab Renata and we start doing the salsa.
Nice. At this point, I need Renata and Selenar. I'll roll for Selenar to make wisdom saving throws as the music keeps playing.
No. Oh no.
Renata, the music
That's it.
is in you. And you begin
That's it.
dancing. And Navari is like, ah, yes, this is the way. Get into the rhythm, my friend. Start the
I'm sorry,
dancing.
The fact that this happens as Lunine grabbed me and we start doing the, what was it, the waltz, the salsa?
The salsa.
Perfect timing.
Whoop.
Awesome.
Fantastic. So, Corvus, you are the only one that has not had to make any saving throws because he doesn't know you're there. You see Renata is now dancing with Lunine as Andra's kind of hopping around them. Navari is strumming along. Selenar is kind of pulled off back, kind of closer to the entrance, and is looking around, very unsure about what he should do and what's going on. He's kind of putting distance between the group at large and himself.
I'm just imagining the headlines for this TPK.
No, I want to be very clear here. No one has taken any damage except for one of the little bald guys who Renata hurt.
I'm just imagining Sync solo rogue tries to take.
Well, I need you to not do that, and I need you to tell me what you're gonna do as Corvus.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the charm spell in real life or as Corvus.
Your friends are dancing. What do you want to do?
Not dance.
Okay.
Definitely don't want to dance. If nothing else, if I have to wait here for an hour for the spell to end, which is metagaming, I will not dance.
It also looks like with that 12 perception check, Rini looks exhausted, but she's still happily dancing.
Okie doke. Thinking. I did not expect Renata to fall so soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. It's just me and Selenar, huh?
Yeah, and Selenar looks very confused as to what's going on. He looks as though he is caught in indecision. So it falls to you to decide the course of action.
Did he get healed up?
Yeah.
Did we short rest him back up to something?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. If I were to give away my position by, let's say, making an attack or, speaking, is there somewhere else I could, how's the train in this room? Are there like a couple of little places I could like scramble behind and if I wanted to keep...
So the central area of the room is mostly cleared out. It's like a stony cave floor. There are a few like outcroppings of rock, but those short little guys with the bald heads and the long arms are like sitting in amongst those.
Gotcha.
There's like tables that the satyrs are kind of hanging out at. There's a few like big old like ale casks or kegs or something off on the other side that the goblin is currently dancing in front of.
If I were to retreat down the tunnel, would I be spotted on my way, or would I have to sneak again to...
No, as long as you're moving at half speed, you maintain your stealth roll. But that will leave your friends there for who knows what.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't mean like leave. Just,
Yeah, right now you are like just at the edge and no one has noticed you.
Oh, this is terrible.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Is Dave Navarro still playing his guitar?
Navari is playing his lute, yes.
Fuck it.
What you
I
got?
want to see what happens. I'm gonna shoot his loot.
Okay.
See what happens.
Make an attack roll.
Action, shoot loot.
Yeah. Go ahead and make the attack. You have advantage. The loot has an AC of 8.
Oh god, I'd have to... Never mind.
And it's about 55 feet away. So yeah, with a 26, you hit. Go ahead, roll damage on the loot. Yeah, with 6 damage, you fire, twing, and you smash the neck of the loot with the arrow, and it twing. All 4 strings are cut, and the loot, the neck like cracks and breaks, and it falls to the ground. It's kind of a twang, gang, gang, gang. And Navari's like, "Ah! Who dare hurt the soul of music? What is going on?" Yeah, go for it.
I'm just keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Well, you're revealed by attacking automatically.
Yeah, I know.
And he's like, "You, why? What is your problem, man? What's the damage, eh?
Party pooper.
Yeah, right.
Why you gotta be so lame?
The party's over.
Oh, the party don't stop, man. What are you gonna do about it, huh?"
You can stay here as long as you want, but I'm taking my friends out and that human woman.
Your friends want to stay, don't you, everybody?
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. All of your friends like agree. They're like, "Yeah, he's great."
That may be... Hang on.
What you got?
Sure, I'm sure the music was great. No one's doubting that, but it's time for them to leave. We've got places to be, including that woman there.
Well, I don't know about that. And you see he reaches down to his pack and sticks his hand in and pulls out a set of pan pipes and begins to play them.
Shoot the pan pipes.
And he begins hopping around the room, kind of jumping and jiving his way like in your general direction.
All right. Selenar, he's within my range and earshot or whatnot.
Yeah, Selenar is like kind of at the corner of the entrance, about 15 feet away from you or so.
Oh, man. All right, put the panpipes away. I really don't want to hurt anyone tonight. We're just getting out of here. You can party as long as you want.
He doesn't stop panpiping.
Is he coming at me?
Yeah, he's still kind of making his way towards you. He's not like aggressively doing so, but he definitely is like dancing his way in your direction.
I got a feeling the answer is hard, but how hard would it be to shoot his panpipe?
Much harder than the loot.
Yeah, fair.
Especially since you're not at you wouldn't have advantage this time around, and he's a moving target.
Yeah. That's a bummer. What does his intentions look like? He's just coming at me?
Yeah, he's just dancing around, and he stops about like 20 feet away from you, and it's just kind of like dancing around and like swirling, twirling, doing panpipe music now. And like you've been watching him for like these past like 30 seconds, and he hasn't done anything aggressive. He's just been playing the music. And all your friends except for Selenar are dancing, and Selenar is looking back to you kind of like, what do you want?
How far away is Renata?
Renata is about 35 feet away from you. He and Lunine are dancing together. And Andra's kind of doing like the Wednesday dance off on the side.
I don't know, man. We'll try a bluff, I guess.
What are you going to do?
Why don't you go to that college party? I'll tell you the address if you leave my friends here.
Okay, make a deception roll.
Come on, at 20. That was so
I
close.
was one away. No, not one away.
Cool.
That was one away.
Yeah. He kind of he keeps playing the pipes, but like he looks intrigued. Like he arches his eyebrows, and he's like, and he kind of like arches his eyebrows. You get the intent that he's like, tell me where it is.
I'm gonna describe the location of Calamine's lotions.
Okay. As you start describing an area in the Spray Catch district, which is a very different neighborhood than the Heights, where the college is, he kind of like looks at you and he kind of like, while he's playing, kind of picks up one finger and waggles it as like, I know you're lying.
That's the after party. I don't know what time it is now. I've lost track in the dark. They're all leaving there and they're going to that area afterwards. I'm sure they're splitting up, but they're going to need some entertainment for the rest of the night. There's probably some activity they don't want happening on the campus, if you know what I mean.
As you begin to say this, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not one of my strong suits this time either.
Because you're actively like knowing something is wrong, I'm going to give you advantage on it.
Thank God. It's the only thing that saved me.
What'd you get? Oh, 13. That is a success. As you see, Selenar begins to join the dance.
Oh no.
So now all of your companions are dancing. Okay. What are you going to do? You felt like magic like kind of try to take hold of you, but you shook your head and like you know something's not right. Like this is very out of behavior for your friends. You get the feeling it's something about the music.
Something about the music he's playing specifically.
Probably. Because he's had his eyes locked with you the entire time he's been playing for the past minute or so.
How close is he now?
He's 20 feet away from you.
How close is my next ally?
Selenar is 15 feet away from you dancing.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Lunine is about 25 feet away from you, also dancing.
If I use steady aim, and I know that sacrifices my speed, I won't be able to move until my next turn. Could I take aim at this pan flute?
Yeah,
At the risk of shooting him in the face?
yeah. I will say, because he's dancing and you're trying specifically to aim for the pan flute, your steady aim, which grants you advantage, will cancel out the disadvantage. But I will tell you, this is going to have a high AC. And if you miss that and beat his AC, you will hit him, Navari.
Yeah.
It's just a pan flute, but it's only hard to hit because it's small and it's moving.
And he's moving, I know, yeah. And I would know this. I don't know if there's an easier way to, like, I mean, I could shoot his...
It's up to you. It's time to make a decision. What are you going to do?
I can't steal it from them. The sleight of hand doesn't work when they're staring at you.
What you going to do?
Let's do it. I don't have any other...
Okay, so your advantage and disadvantage, so you kind of like take a moment and you like eye up, you kind of keep your bow down until the last minute and release. Go ahead and make your roll. It's a straight roll. A 20 is what you need it to hit.
Sorry, I just scared the shit out of the cat.
Great. So while he's spinning, you kind of track where the pan flute is going to be, and you clip off like the back end of the pan pipes and like bust it in half, and like half of the like flute bits like go flying, tinkling to the ground. And he looks at you and he's like, well, that's it. I tried to be nice. I really did, but you're just a pain. You're killing the harsh and the buzz, man. You're done. And he charges at you.
Woohoo!
So
disengage? Does that even work if he's not close to me yet?
No, he's only 20 feet away, but he charges you. Not that one. Sorry.
And I can't move, actually. I can't move because I used steady aim. Shit. I have to take it.
So he charges at you with his horns. That's a 14 to hit.
Oh, he does miss. I don't know how.
And then he kind of like twists his head to kind of attack again with his horns. But that's a 10 to hit. Now I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative here.
I'm sorry, guys. I was trying not to get us in combat.
It's all good.
For what it's worth, I wasn't the first to draw blood yet.
Everybody remember, click your tokens and roll
I
initiative.
did it twice. Please ignore the second one. I'm sorry.
Okay, 21.
So,
Oh, Renata, look at you. You out initiative me. So remind me, Jared, or you can remind me of my turn if now's not a good time, but I have to, let me look up steady aim. Is it, I'm immobile till the start of my next turn?
I believe so. But your friends are just dancing, so, you know. They probably won't be doing too much.
It's all right. I'll kite.
Yeah, so, here's what's going to happen. You are no longer hidden, of course, and Navari has charged up all in your grill. And we're going. And if somebody wants to run Selenar, or be ready to run Selenar, that would be great. I'm going to bring you over to the map. Renata, you're up first, but you're dancing.
Still charmed, huh?
Actually, Renata, you see Navari charge. You see Renata, you see Navari charge your friend, Corvus, your ally, and the trance you are under, the ensorcelment, ends. It seems the party mood has been broken.
If there's
It's a
one
party.
thing,
It's a party foul now.
Indeed.
call me a chicken, because I'm a party foul, bitch.
Indeed. So, Renata, you have been here dancing with your friends, and it seems like now the music has stopped and everybody's getting ready to do some stuff. What would you like to do? Corvus is on deck.
Okay, let me see. So that's Rini right there. These are the rock goblins.
Yep, they're just dancing. We got some
All right,
satyrs, and we
is
got
this
Navari.
Navari right here.
No, that's the little goblin.
Oh, that's a jester. Okay,
Yep.
that's a jester. The satyrs.
Navari is down south because he
there.
he had charged at Corvus.
Then I will let Corvus take care of Navari.
No, it's okay. Everyone can take care of them.
Which of these rock goblins did I hurt before?
This guy up here.
It was this guy right here?
Yep.
I will turn my attention to him. Well, actually,
What you gonna do?
I'm sorry. These guys are still playing music.
No. The music has stopped.
Complete. Okay. Everyone stopped playing music. Okay.
Yeah. When Navari was like, "You've killed the vibe," it changed entirely.
Gotcha. Let's do this. I will do Eldritch Blast, and since I don't like him and I want to help out Corvus here down here, I will shoot him.
Okay, go for it.
Spray. A 14 to hit.
14 will hit for 6 points of force damage. So that star note goes strumming out of your guitar, twang, right into the back of his head. Like, hey man, that's low cheating.
This guy is creating slang, and I love it.
Anything else on your turn, Renata?
I'm gonna run up to here to Rini and say, "Hey," and like in my sexiest, charming persona, "Hey, I'm Renata Soul Angel, and I'm here to rescue you."
She looks at you and just kind of keeps on dancing. She's doing a little like placeholder move. Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Corvus.
All right. So that's my.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I still have a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Holy cow, I had inspiration and I didn't use it.
All right. So I know not to give it to you.
Well, he's got his inspiration is not bardic inspiration.
I'm heroic, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or
Gotcha.
whatever it's called in the thing.
Yeah.
So you could give it to me. I will use it now that I've remembered. Thank you.
Creature can add to it. Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You know what? Since you are not under the effect that I can see, I will give you my last bardic inspiration,
Very cool.
and I will throw up in the chat to see, you to see what it is.
Yeah, so you get a d6 of Bardic Inspiration, Corvus, and it is your turn. Lunine, you're on deck-ish.
Bardic inspiration is for ability checks, attack rolls,
Okay.
and saving throws too.
I don't want to be. I've talked about this before, Jared. I don't want to be too cavalier with the weapon swapping. So what I'm about to ask is probably.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I think so. I have this guy right in my face now. Is it true?
Uh-huh.
Can I bonus action disengage?
Yep.
Move. I'm looking at to where I had to put the map on the TV. Where am I?
You're at the bottom.
Oh, I'm at the bottom. Okay. Let me run past him toward like Selenar's location.
Yeah.
While I do that,
Yeah.
I would be willing to drop the short bow to make this happen, but maybe pick up the hand bow in my primary hand and have my offhand be the dagger as per usual.
Yeah, while you're running, you can sling your short bow over and draw the other two.
Okay. The time for range is over. So how far can I get without dashing? 30 feet?
Yeah, that's your movement speed.
Oh god, that's wild. I didn't want it to be that crazy. Fine, I'll just get here next to Selenar. No big deal.
Okay.
Maybe here, because I'm gonna shoot past him with the hand crossbow.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh god, I gotta equip it, but I want to shoot back over at what's his face with the hand crossbow.
Yeah, go ahead, make your attack roll. 20 will hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
This is Son Sneak, right? This is just straight up damage.
Yep, this is straight up damage.
Could I? That's fine. We'll keep it for now. Keep the inspirations until I miss. I believe that's it. I used my bonus action, my action. I'm done for now. And I'll await what comes.
All right, next up, the little goblin dude looks at you, Corvus, and says, "Dark man with no face. He looks like he is a disgrace." And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can we do this again when I'm like level 16 and get the advantage on those?
Nope.
Oh boy.
You have two different inspirations, like stuff.
You do.
Oh yeah. This would be a great time to use that.
You have Bardic, which will add a d6 because you rolled a 3, or you have your Heroic, which will let you just re-roll.
I see. I should do that one. Let's do the heroic.
Okay, re-roll.
That's way better.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 is a success. You feel like that mockingness, that mocking word from that strange little goblin really would have been offensive, but no, you know why you hide your face. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. It's because I'm ugly.
Yeah. Very cool.
What's the ugliest thing Corvus has seen? Himself.
Wah, wah. Great.
Where's the goblin? Sorry.
He's up here.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Next up is the little guys. Let's see. this guy just kind of like hops down. And you see that like oil kind of like secretes from his pores, Renata.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks like he's got some oil there. And he kind of like comes up to you and he tries to punch you. But misses. The others all secrete oil, but hold their action after that. Lunine, we're up to you. Andre, you're on deck-ish.
Selimar?
What about him?
Is he in the initiative?
Oh, he's not. Did you roll for him?
I did, and it won't let me select his token. He rolled a 13.
Okay, great. Thank you. Then he is on deck-ish.
Great.
But we're still over to Lunine.
Have I also stopped dancing?
Yeah. As soon as Navari attacked Corvus, all of you stopped dancing.
Right.
Because you all saw that happen.
Alright, bonus action, resummon my armor.
Yeah. So, what does it look like when you resummon your armor?
There's just like a green shimmer, and like it kind of like more or less mirages out.
Very
like
cool.
It kind of,
So-
yeah, it kind of more like illusion-y
Yeah.
as it becomes more corporeal.
And you are suddenly wrapped with bark and vines and various natural materials, providing you a little extra protection.
Alright, and then Lunine's gonna rush at the head satyr.
Okay.
Yes, Tanner has entered the chat.
And he's just stupid trick. Take your head, satyr. And he's gonna run. Short sword. No. We not.
You meant great
Are we
sword
doing
because you
this
have
again?
2-weapon fighting.
You're not playing well?
We're doing this again. Alright.
Is it not pushing for you?
Yeah, 12.
A 12 will not hit. He kind of like dodges out of the way of your blade. Looks like you got close though.
Alright. Action surge.
Ooh, nice. Go ahead, make another attack.
Yeah, refresh the page. Let's see if this does anything. Nope. What the f-
Weird. It definitely rolled your initiative. I don't know why it's not doing your attacks.
11.
He sidesteps and dances out of the way of your thing, your weapon. Okay. That's your movement, bonus action, and action. Next up, the other satyrs all draw short bows,
Oh, God.
and 2 of them fire at Corvus, and one of them fires at Lunine. So 1 against Lunine, that's a 21 to hit for 6 points of piercing damage. That is an 8 against Corvus and a 17 against Corvus.
The 17 hits.
for 7 piercing damage. We then move on to, and they kind of shift a little bit, but not much. They just kind of dance around. We move to Selenar with Andra on deck.
Cool. Selenar's gonna walk over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's going to throw a thunder wave at this dude and this dude. It's a 15-foot cube.
Great.
It's a DC 14 con save.
Alrighty. Okay, and the satyr saves, the other guy does not.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of damage and half on a success.
Correct. And the one who failed also moves 10 feet away from Selenar. So basically up against the wall.
Well, he bashes into these rocks that he's standing behind and just kind of stays there.
I wasn't sure how tall those were, but yeah, he gets shoved backwards.
Yeah, they're like, 10 feet high. They're pretty tall. Cool. Anything else from Selenar? Is he going to stay there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Andra, it's your turn.
Wah! Andra is going to throw some chill touch at our friend Navari.
All right, a 14 does hit for 5
necrotic
necrotic damage. Very nice. Anything else?
She is... Boy, does she want to not be in the middle of all this. She would like to maybe come over here by the fire.
Okay.
She's just putting some distance between herself and anyone who might decide they want to throw things at her.
Cool. Well, we go now to Navari. Navari is going to attempt to ram Lunine a couple times. That is a miss with a 9 and a 22 to hit.
One hit.
For 3 bludgeoning damage. Rini keeps on dancing in the background. Back to the top with Renata and Corvus on deck.
So I have this guy right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cast.
Ooh.
Sorry, ignore me. I'm
You're-
trying to figure out.
You're good.
Literally everything else rolls.
You just
except
can't use
for my
your-
attacks.
It's just the beyond 20 is not doing your attacks. That's weird. Renata, what are you going to do?
So I have these two. So remind me again, casting a spell directly into his face will be at disadvantage
If it's an attack roll, yes.
if it's an attack roll. Okay.
If it's a saving throw, it doesn't do anything.
Throw, gotcha.
Doesn't do
Okay.
anything.
Thank you. So let's do this. Let's cast poison spray into this guy's face.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
All right. He rolls a 9.
Yes. The full 12.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Damn.
Yeah, he goes,
Right.
"Ah, you son of a bitch! Oh, God, it hurts! Oh, God!" It looks like he's barely standing.
Awesome. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't get to attack, so that is all I can do.
Action surge.
Right? I wish. My second attack. Activate defect mode.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Corvus.
That's all I can do. So
Corvus, we go to you.
All right. Right off the bat, I got the hand crossbow.
Mhm.
I'm going to shoot the satyr. He's within 5 feet of my ally. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get sneak attack damage.
Go for it.
If I hit.
Yep. 24 will absolutely hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Woo! All right, that's 11 or 13 points of damage. Damn. Solid crossbow bolt. Thunk! Ah! Ah, that's not cool, man! Right into the pec.
I said the party's over.
Yeah, you definitely killed the mood now, motherfucker!
Can I use my newfound ability at this moment? How would that manifest?
Which one?
Whales from the grave.
Yeah, your sneak attack has happened.
So that could trigger Whales from the grave, correct?
Yeah.
I am going to trigger it.
Great. What does it look like?
I was not prepared for that answer, though. I had tried to think about this earlier this week. Some sort of ghostly, misty, smoky, but like white energy. Like after the crossbow bolt hits him or whatever, it was like it followed the impact and it came off and drifted toward. Has this character over here in the corner, is he engaged yet?
No.
No. How about the satyr?
The satyrs have all fired arrows at people.
Okay, great. We'll go for the satyr. You know, I'll try to target someone who's actually meant harm. Yeah,
Sure.
It's like it sort of follows like a smoke bomb of sort, and it follows to that satyr and hits it.
Yeah. So yeah, it that right off the bolt, this like roiling puff of smoke like kind of manifests and then pew shoots towards the satyr. Go ahead, roll half of your sneak attack dice. So roll 1d6. 5. Good roll. And it blasts this satyr in the face for 5 necrotic damage. Yeah, that hurt.
I'm gonna tear a page out of Spoot's book for a minute, but I'm gonna like look down at the crossbow and be like, what just happened?
Cool. Now, it does take your bonus action to reload the hand crossbow, just to remember.
Ooh, that is good to know. That is good to know. Okay, well, maybe this question will answer. So this thing in the corner, is that real? Is there like possibly a little hidey spot over there?
Yeah.
You know, boy. Okay, great. I'm gonna move over here, and use bonus action to hide. We'll just eat it on the second turn.
Okay, make a stealth check at disadvantage, because you are very visible.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm mostly just trying to get partial cover.
I mean, if you're just trying to get partial cover, you can duck down and be fine. You don't have to make a stealth check for that.
Okay, in that case, let's just... I mean, I obviously failed, but let's just go for the partial cover.
Yeah, so you kind of squeeze behind this little chest, and it's a tight squeeze, so you're not really very well hidden, but you've got, like, quarter cover.
If somebody wants to come up on me, I've got a dagger. So in that case, why don't I use the bonus action to reload? I'm new to the crossbow thing, so maybe that would...
Yeah.
What I focus on.
Yeah, if you look at it, if it's got the loading property, it takes a bonus action to reroll. Or to reload. Great. All right. The little dancing goblin just kind of like moves randomly around, kind of dancing, and looks at Lunine and says, Hey, it's a guy from the Fae. If he was smart, he'd make some pay, but he's not. And I need a saving throw from Lunine. a wisdom saving throw. The horrible mockery that comes forth from this little dancing goblin really hurts you, Lunine, and you take 5 psychic damage. And you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Oh.
Next up, our little our little like bald-headed friends here. The one next to Renata is going to attempt to punch him because he doesn't like him, but misses with an 8. The other 3, yeah. Let's see. How far away? Great. Okay. So 2 of them kind of reach into the rocks behind them, into these little, because the rocks behind them, they have all these little like alcoves and nooks and crannies and whatever, and they've got these long spindly arms. This whole cave kind of has that, like, kind of, there's little like natural archways and little kind of crags and cracks in the walls and everything. Each of them kind of put their arms through, and they both make attack rolls on Corvus. One is a 14 to hit, which I believe misses, and the other is a 15 to hit. So both miss. Right out of the wall, there's like a little bit of a shimmer, and Corvus, you see, like, kind of right by you, these 2 arms like kind of like swing at you, and you're able to dodge them, but then they pull back, and you can see these 2 here and here are in the process of pulling their arms out of the rocks.
Good to know.
Lunine, we're up to you. Selenar is on deck-ish.
Oh, that goblin got closer.
Alright, bonus action, second wind.
Mm-hmm. Roll that beautiful heal.
Eight.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
You
action,
gain 8 hit points. Nice.
action attack. The satyr. An 18 and a 16. Plus 6, so that'd be 22.
That will hit. Definitely. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's 2 plus 4, 6 damage, and I'll add
Alright.
another 6 with the, and I'll do a siren strike.
Okay, go for it.
So that's another 5 plus 3, 8 psychic damage.
What does it look like when you kill Navari?
Whoa!
Okay.
Or do you kill him? You can always do non-lethal.
Yeah, I thought he'd have more health. I'm sorry. Yeah, can I non-lethal him?
Yeah. So you wheel around with your blade and like slash through and deal damage, and then you use the pommel to hit him right on the temple, right under the horns, and that very small little soft spot that satyrs have, and he crumples to the ground unconscious.
Lunine will turn around towards the rest of the satyrs and the goblin and the gnome,
Mm-hmm.
or the gnomes, and then I suggest you all stand down. Marquis of Dusklight orders so.
Ooh.
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
Wow.
Yeah! Here, take my inspiration.
But like, 16?
Okay. 16 is real good. Alright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What you gonna do?
And...
What you gonna do, DM?
I'm rolling some dice. That's what I'm doing.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help but turn it back on you for a second.
I've got a lot more dice to roll than you
I
all
know. I'm just trolling. Just satyring you.
Yeah. All the satyrs look at one another and their eyes go wide and they go, Dusklight? Well, by Jove! Sorry, Your Eminence, your shining darkness. So sorry. Everybody, stop all the fracas. Stop, everybody. Stop. And you see all the other creatures kind of like chill out. The goblin like stops being aggressive, but is still just kind of fucking dancing around and like kicking stuff that it finds on the ground.
Someone non-lethal knock.
I really want his wand.
Knock him out.
So we will exit initiative at this point because Lunine just fucking pulled a baller move and got these people to stand down.
I did all of this, and that's all it took was you to name drop.
Seriously, right? I'm about
Jesus.
to say the same thing.
It was a very specific name drop with a very after dropping their leader, and he rolled really fucking well.
Good timing. All right, everyone, slow clap. No one died. No one died.
Yeah. So one of the satyrs kind of approaches you, like having stowed his bow and everything. It's like, I'm so sorry, Your Grace. Did not know it was you, although I suppose we should have, though we've never seen you before, but you definitely have the bearing of Dusklight upon you. So sorry about that. Did you kill Navari?
No. I thought about it.
Your mercy and beneficence is well known, or shall be extolled by our troop forever. We promise we will cause you no harm. If we may take Navari, we'll get him out of your hair.
That's fine. How did you all get here?
Oh, well, Navari was informed of a little crossing. We kind of waited for the right time. You know how these things work. And then, poop, through a archway we came.
Where?
Oh, it's actually right behind that wall there. The wall's fake.
How often does it open?
Well, time's a funny thing in this realm, your duskness. You see, I think, I'm not really sure, but I think it's every 5 months. There's some sort of weird double moon thing that happens that lines up. I'm not too sure.
And how long ago do you suppose you came?
Well, I think we've been here about, again, this time is weird. Well, we've slept about 7 or 8 times since we've been here. So I guess 7 or 8 days? I think that's how they call them here.
Interesting.
Yes, Navari was told about this portal, and he was very expensive that we were going to come here and look around and see what we could see, and we found that city, and then Navari saw the girl dancing and was just enraptured, and she's so skilled, really, she is. And
was my dancing not to your standards?
Oh, your dancing was superb, my lord. Absolutely stunning. Had we but known, we would have played more appropriate music for you.
Mm-hmm. Take your leader and go.
Very good, your eminence.
You watch.
Where should we go? Because this is our kind of where we're living at the moment.
Just don't cause trouble with the townspeople. They aren't like ours.
Understood. Of course. We will keep well enough away Your Grace, Your Eminence, your duskiness. Of course, absolutely, no problem whatsoever.
I can't say they would be so understanding of
Very well.
business.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Message received. You got it. And you see the other two satyrs kind of come over and pick up Navari and kind of carry him back to a bedroll in the back of the cavern there.
Come on, everybody, we're leaving. Renata, grab your girlfriend.
Oh, that she should be fine in about an hour. He's just a real good player, and so people kind of get caught up in the moment. If there's anything we can do for you, your duskiness, by all means, just let us know. We'll be here for a little while, I suppose, until we get some way to get back home.
Your offer has been noted, and I will take you up on that in the future.
Oh, thank you, your duskiness. Please, call me Solid.
Solid?
Solid, yes, as in sturdy and resilient. Yes.
Call me over it.
I'll start turning away for everybody to follow.
Yeah. Make a perception check for me real quick. Lunine.
Oh wait, I want to go see these arches. 21.
You see something fall out of Navari's pouch as they pick him up. What you see fall is something very interesting to you. It's like it's a folded piece of black paper in the shape of a bat.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thematically, I'm in.
And you have seen these before. You know that, well, if this is what you think it is, it's essentially like a paper airplane, except it's got a little bit of magic. You fold it into the bat, and then it flies to the recipient of this message.
Do I know if it has to be on the same plane? I assume so.
Yeah, like the fact that Navari has it and it's folded up like a bat means that its magic has already been spent. Like he received this message.
Oh. I open it.
Yeah, you can pick it up. You take a look at it. What you find, it's a letter. It's got kind of red ink on this black paper, so it's a little tricky to read in the firelight. But your eyes adjust and you're able to make it out. It is specifically written to Navari, asking him to scout out this city of Cliffside and report on its layout and any notable defenses in exchange for an arrangement with a reading from the Veil Piercer. The letter is stamped with a seal. It is the seal of a red river. But it is not signed.
Interesting. Have I heard of the Veil Piercer?
Make a history check.
18.
You have heard of the Veil Piercer. You know that she is a strange entity from the Fey realm. She is sort of hag-like. She is a entity who is a fortune teller, a clairvoyant, a reader. Her readings tend to not be great. in terms of like good news for people. She also doesn't often give them in the Fey realm. She usually sticks to the material plane, kind of hopping from plane to plane. So getting a reading in the Fey realm is rare. On an 18, I'm also going to say that you recognize this seal.
Okay.
That is on this letter. You know that this insignia that it's been stamped with is the insignia of a faction of mercenaries called the Crimson River.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you know.
And knowing is after the battle.
Literally.
I'm gonna turn back to the satyrs. What affiliation do you guys have with the Crimson River?
The Crimson River? None, your duskness. We're just musicians.
Insight check.
You can make an insight check.
I'm trying to channel spook.
This satyr appears to be very earnest in telling the truth. It seems like he's still kind of intimidated by Lunine.
Okay.
Well, suppose we should head off soon then. But again, I want to go check out this arch.
Yeah, the satyr shows you like how to like open the fake wall, and you go check it out. And it's kind of dilapidated, and it's like missing half of a thing, or half of like the top corner of the archway is kind of fallen away. And on the stone, really low, there's a little bit of carving in Elvish that you can kind of get down and take a look at, and it says, "Told you it was dangerous with this portal here." And it's signed, I've got.
As in, I've got to get out of here.
Yep. Oh, that was helpful. Well, alright. Time to head off then.
Cool. So, you all begin your trek back towards the city of Cliffside. Kind of pulling Rini Swiftcrest after you. And as we get there, that's a good place for us to take our bio break. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, I've got it. And thank you again, Solid 10 D&D, for those 10 bits. I think those are the first bits we've ever received. So thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed the satyr's accent for that redemption as well. So we'll be right back after this short break. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking with us during that short rest. So, picking up where we were, our heroic troop had successfully rescued Rini Swiftcrest, although she's still a little under some charm effects. But you are making your way back. Yes. Back towards the city of Cliffside.
On the way back, Corvus is going to walk beside Lunine.
And I walk on the other side. So I know where this is going.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, I'm not one to pry, so you can tell me to fuck off whenever you please. But what and who exactly are you?
I am what I have been this whole time.
You know those creatures?
No. No idea who they are.
How does this whole Fae thing work then? They knew who you were.
They know who my name was. Just like any nobility of any realm, I assume.
What is it? It's just like here, but with those things running around instead of those things, and I'll point to Renata.
Yeah, there's some of those things too.
Why are you pointing at me?
I don't know. Elves and the like seem the most exotic thing we have, so
I am from Hessian. That's of
Okay.
your plane. That is of your world.
Okay, those things, and I'll point to Seladar.
Most of my city is those things.
Elves, really?
Yeah. And Lunine's just, albeit mine are a bit different, but
What is this that he's talking about time working differently here? What does that mean?
it's different. I don't really. I mean, to start, remember how I said the sun was new to me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the sun before.
What do you have for light?
The moon,
That's
the
it.
trees.
Always the trees give light?
They have crystals growing in them.
Is it like your and I'll sort of like allude to the plant armor stuff?
No, the crystals are kind of the same. The same as my. They look similar to my swords, my nails, my eyes, that kind of material.
Did you know what those things were before we went down there? Wait, did we talk about this? We might have already. I missed part of one of those.
I've heard of
sessions.
satyr. I've never really encountered them.
But you knew where they were from. They're not native to this
No.
world. Interesting. What is that thing they did that made you all dance like you were at this college party already?
Insight check. Has he ever been to a college party?
Absolutely not. I'll just tell you straight up, no.
Matt, however.
Also, no. Only as a
Matt.
DD.
Oh, come on.
It's just magic that Faye just. They're tricksters.
What is that? Just they have magic because they're Fae? Is that the rule?
I mean, it's much more magical in essence than this place. It's rather drab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, if the magic's like that, I think I'll stick to this place.
Well, I mean, I'm concerned about the crossing over, partially. But that's a different issue.
So those things can keep coming through some portal in the back of that cave every 5 months.
Those things are satyrs, they're still people.
Sorry, satyrs. I didn't mean any disrespect, really.
Theoretically. But they said it only opens 5 months. So, it's apparently only if they know about it also.
I mean, does anyone else know about this? There were quite a few of them. And then one of them was a goblin. What's his thing?
I don't know. Do you know the skills and tricks of every human and every creature on this plane?
No, do you know anything about that scepter he had in his hand with the finger?
No, but Tana wanted it.
Sorry, I
I
started
have a
to
very
think out
fond
loud.
memory of Kingdom Hearts with Donald with the pointy finger wand.
I'm sorry, I just started thinking stream of consciousness. What did you say?
No, I said, do you know every creature on your realm? And
No, I'm familiar with goblins. I've not seen one hang out with satyrs, but then again, that's the first time I've seen a satyr. That one was a little rude, I must say, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
oh, if you think that's rude, you should be very careful.
I try to be. I don't really like going in without, how do I say it? Intel? I didn't really know what to make of those things. Clearly, talking our way out of it was not working.
Knowledge is very good to have, especially against my kind.
Us talking did not help, but apparently the wrong person was speaking.
I mean, you make a good point. I appreciate that you tried to talk him down before any combat broke out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll look back at Rini. Is she still loopy?
Yeah, she's still kind of out of it.
How are we getting her back? Is she just sort of like dancing behind us as we walk out? Is someone behind her just sort of like, come on?
We're just kind of leading her as she dances.
Selenar is holding on to her, and like he's kind of taken over, just like guiding her.
He is gentle. Yeah, that's good. God, what was I gonna say now?
Oh, you mentioned. I'm sorry, Looney. You mentioned Crimson River.
Yeah, it's just one of the factions of the wilds.
Like an opposing force to your family, or another kingdom, or what?
Not that I know of.
Is it dangerous that that portal is open?
Well, it's closed.
Well, for now.
Again, something would have to know about it. I don't know if anything else knows about it, thus it is not a problem right now. We can't stop something that we have no clue. You need intel. What are you going to do about something that you have no intel on?
Yeah, well, should the city have some intel on this portal?
We can tell them, but they as well... They might not treat the satyr too well. I would assume...
Listen, I didn't want that to end in violence. But I don't know who this friend of yours is, Renata, but clearly she was being held against her will.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we were able to rescue her.
I mean, if the satyrs have learned their lesson and they seem to respect you, I just hope they don't try that again.
Only time will tell. I don't know if it'll be around either if it happens again, so not my problem.
Yeah. How is she, by the way, Renata? I mean, you know her, right?
Oh, he knows her real
I-
well.
I do know her. And I see that she's still under the effects of the satyr and Navari, but looks like it's calming down.
Where are you taking her?
I feel like we should take her back with us to the Ruddy Plank. Just to look after her.
Yeah, you should probably ask her when she comes around, but sure, we could keep an eye on her.
I guess, actually, now that I think about it, I could just drop her off at her home, but no. Let's
You seem to know what was going on. I'm going to point at Lunine, even while you were dancing. Does she have any clue what's happening right now?
I had a clue what was happening, and my perception was just altered.
Could we ask her if she wants to go home?
You can ask her, but her perception's probably
Sure.
altered.
I'm going to leave that up
Yeah.
to you, Renata. She's your friend.
yeah. I'll let her come down off that music high naturally.
Cool. Yeah, she's looking around and just kind of like bobbing her head to as if she's like waiting for music to like pick up again.
I don't know if playing for her on the walk back is going to be helpful or hurtful, but someone still has a lute intact.
Just a little walking jig.
So as you are making your way back, I'd like a survival check from the group.
Is this everyone rolls and we sort of do an average?
Unless somebody specifically wants to lead the way here.
This isn't really my strength anymore.
Yeah, same.
Clearly. Good grief!
Yeah, it's not mine either, but apparently I'm doing okay at the moment.
Renata, you got us in here. You get us out.
Yeah, so you're able to like make your way. You don't get lost is really what this was about. So you're making your way back. After about an hour or so, Rini shakes her head and kind of just stops and kind of like slumps. And Selenar grabs her and kind of like helps support her. What the... Who are you? What's going on? What? I'm exhausted. Oh.
You should probably go lay down for a bit.
Can I medicine check to see if, she's anything else going on?
Yeah.
It's a skill I suddenly acquired today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, actually.
Wow, apparently.
So you look over this woman with like the idea of medicine in your mind, Corvus, and as you begin to like examine her, suddenly like what you see, and not necessarily anybody else does, but what you see is spectral hands kind of like guide yours to where you should be like checking for broken bones. And there are little ghostly whispers that whisper, okay, these are the signs of dehydration. These are the signs of a concussion. As you're looking over this woman.
Whoa.
We have like a ghostly medical team.
And what you get from this medicine check, she is physically okay, but she is dehydrated and exhausted, and she's probably hungry as well, but like she's like showing signs of like lightheadedness, and her lips are very dry and beginning to be cracked. So yeah, she's dehydrated and exhausted.
Is it safe to say maybe there might be some water in my water skin?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll offer her the water and I'll say, I've got a ration here if you feel a bit hungry.
Oh, thanks. And she takes the water and from that natural 20 medicine check, you know that she shouldn't drink it all right away. Because she'll be like, and you can see she's like starting to, so you're able to like reach out and like grab out. Yeah, not too much.
Get some rest. You've been dancing a long time.
Yeah, that guy was. Oh, he was very nice, but I just couldn't stop myself from dancing. And she kind of looks around. Who are y'all now? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are.
You know, reckon it. Maybe you've been a bit tired, but this is your friend Renata here. He sent us to find you.
And I'm gonna step forward, give her like a quick wink, and say, "Yeah, we know each other. We definitely have a mutual friend. So, you know, do you remember me at all?" And I'm trying to convey the sense of like hoping her to play along.
No, I'm sorry. I have no recollection of who you are.
No, remember we have that same manager.
Make a charisma check.
Oh man, I want an insight check so bad, but it's not really my character this time, so I'm gonna try to stop.
Sorry, just charisma, not charisma.
It can be persuasion. So
too late. I rolled a 9.
Do you
persuasion?
do you add your proficiency bonus to persuasion? Are you trained in it?
Persuasion, I have a +5. I'm trained in it. So.
Okay, so that'd be an 11. Well, +3,
yes,
so it'd be 11.
Yeah, the +3 plus the 2. Yes, 11.
With an 11, she kind of like, right, the manager. Sorry, I guess it must have been a fundraiser, and I just don't. It must have been drinking, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you need to rest a little bit more. We were heading.
That back. I agree with. I'm fucking beat.
Yeah, no, I figured we'll head back to where we're staying at the Ruddy Plank, so that we can. Over you.
Well, depending on where we are when we get out of these caves, I might be closer to my own home.
Right. You know what? I didn't even consider that. You're probably closer to your home
and
right now, so...
My own bed sounds very nice at the moment. No offense, I muchly appreciate all of your help. Whew. I don't suppose we could just take a moment and take a bit of a breather?
Yeah. Why don't we stop here? We'll take a little breather, and I'll look at the rest of the group and say, why don't you guys, spread out, give her some space to breathe.
I'm gonna go check on Ozo.
Yeah, if you guys want to go even ahead of us, I'll stay with
So
her.
You are still in the caves. I just want to be clear.
We didn't make it very far at all. An hour?
No.
Wow.
No, you guys were like tracking that stuff for like a couple hours.
Where did you take us, Renata? You are missing your party. I hate to break it to you.
No, I'm sorry. Look, here's the thing. I don't want to hold you up. Why don't you and Andra go back to the Ruddy Plank, check on Ozo. Lunine and I will stay with Rini here.
Y'all go into this party without us?
I don't think we'll encounter any more dangerous stuff. I'm sorry, we passed the room with the spiders, right?
You're in the general vicinity, but you don't know if there's anything else in these caves.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. All right. He wouldn't have then say all that.
I mean, remember, you are in wild, unexplored area. You're not in like a park.
You're right. For some reason, I thought we were like closer to the entrance, so like.
Nope, you're still in the
It
caves.
would be okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why don't we just short rest it a while? Give us some space. Give her some space. I'll sit next to her,
Maybe you should
and
get
then we'll regroup and continue forward.
Okay. So you can all hunker down in this little like part of the cave. It's not too narrow here, so you can kind of stretch out. Go ahead. You can all apply a short rest.
Oh, I think I used all my hit points last time. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, some of you may have already used all your hit dice for the day.
I don't know if anyone needs it, but if they are using their hit die, I can play the Song of Rest.
I think I used all three. It didn't seem to track, but I'm trying to be honest here, and I have a memory of.
Yeah, if when you click the short rest button, you'll see that there's dice. You have to click those squares to indicate you used them.
Yeah, it auto did one, and I feel like it's designed to do it automatically if you mash the buttons in the right sequence, which I never do. So,
Right.
Yeah, so you can just click off that you've used them, and it won't roll them if you click them off.
Also, Jared.
Yeah.
Before I forget, prior to finding her, I've been hearing this music in the back of my head as a sort of reminder that I should be looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still hear that music?
Now that you give it a thought for a moment, you don't hear the music.
Okay, and if when no one's looking, I'll take a look at the list. Is her name still on it? Is it crossed out? Is it like a happy face?
So I assume Andra has created her dancing lights.
Yes.
How many
Yes,
did you?
here-
How many did you create?
I have put one. It's me and Corvus that can't see, so each of us has an orb over our heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably would have put one over Rini if she was stumbling and having trouble seeing.
Great.
Having trouble walking.
Cool. So being close to Rini, you can use that light to take a look at at the list, and you see that the name has a little smiley face next to it and a little check mark.
Okay. I take it like a big sigh of relief, because the dark thoughts in my head were going in a very negative direction of like what I'm supposed to do once I find her.
Sacrifice.
Right, or something like that. Like kill her. I honestly did think that. I was like, shit, what if he wants me to kill her or something?
What about your patron would suggest that?
Don't know. That's the thing. He's a mystery. So
There could only be one.
There's only one Renata Soul Angel.
Awesome. If during this short rest, if there's a moment where everyone's like off doing their own thing, I can talk to her.
Yeah.
Or is it still a little bit too crowded to do that?
I mean, like, it's not like an expansive cave, but if you want to like whisper to her, you can.
Yeah, I'll like whisper, talk to her.
Sure.
Perception check. Does it echo?
Make a perception check.
Is there a certain curvature in this room?
I think I'm on to him, maybe. I don't know. I failed hard the insight the first time he was like, yeah, she's my friend. I know everything about her. Oh, God. I don't hear a thing. Okay.
Okay.
On.
But we're both within 20 feet of her, otherwise our lights will go out. So, or
Yeah.
your lights will go out.
I'm about to say, maybe your light makes a slight buzzing sound, and it's annoying me.
It's purple.
They just have white noise.
It's like a bug zapper.
I will start by asking her how is she feeling. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted and I'm sore. I've never danced this long. Definitely, I'm going to take a bit of a few days off to recover after all this.
Yeah, I hear you on this. I feel like I will need a couple days too. Listen, you and I, we have something in common.
Do we now?
Uh, yeah, well, I believe so. A certain gentleman, a manager, if you will.
Right, you mentioned something about that. No idea what you're saying, but you got a name of this gentleman?
Well, so when she says this, I'm confused, and I start to describe him because I don't want to give off the sense I don't know his name. So I was like, no, the manager who probably met with you and said he can elevate your status within in your case, the dancing scene. And he
Well,
looks like this, and he wears
I've had a few
talks like that.
like tavern owners and the like kind of say they could get me jobs and that sort of thing, but no one, you're not describing anyone I know. I'm sorry. Is there a reason you're acting like that we're old friends in front of your buddies?
Ooh, she caught you out.
Ooh. I mean, I'm perfectly happy to go along with
Yeah.
it. I owe you all for rescuing me. I'm just a little confused.
And internally, Renata is confused too, and like his mind is thinking one thing, but he's gonna start saying other things. And so
I love you.
no, Renata doesn't love. So thinking in his thoughts, he's wondering what this list is all about, what the manager has him doing. He's trying to just pinpoint the exact meaning behind all of this, but not to, raise any alarms or that he himself is confused or lost and doesn't know what the hell's going on. He'll say, he'll say to her, you know what? Maybe I read into this a little bit too much. I thought maybe you knew him the way I knew him, and that we have a connection, but I guess that's not the case.
Well, I'm sorry that we don't have that connection, but I feel a bit connected to you all now that you saved my life.
Of course.
I don't know how much longer I would have lasted dancing with that crew. They fed me,
well,
they
you
didn't
should-
starve me, but all I could do was dance and sleep. And that's not very much. They can go for hours.
Certainly, and you should thank His Royal Highness over there, and I point to Lunine.
Royalty, eh? Oh. Well, now that's a patron I can get behind.
Renata chuckles and says, "Yeah, he'll certainly accept your gratitude."
Is he a patron of the arts?
If you remembered him dancing, just hours ago, then you would think that he is.
Oh, well.
The boy knows how to move.
Well, in that case, I'll have to See if I can get a little scratch off of him, eh?
Yeah. Well, if
Or at least perhaps someone he knows. I'd feel a little bad trying to get some money off of the man who saved me.
no, I think he's loaded.
Ah, well then.
Probably the best person to ask. Out of all of us.
Definitely not the weirdo in the dark mask.
Sounds like a plan then. Yeah.
If you're ready, then we can start heading back out, and I'll escort you back home.
Aye, that'd be a...
We'll escort you back home.
Aye, I think we should get on with it then, yeah?
Yeah.
And the short rest ends, so all of your short rest stuff comes back if you have anything. And you are off traveling down. As you continue to travel, everyone can go ahead and make a perception check. And let me know what you get.
14.
15.
10.
Cool.
21 perception.
As you are traveling, you kind of go through a narrow area, and you're seeing like little like piles of like bones and like bits of debris and trash and like dead leaves and cobwebs and those kinds of things that just like accrue in like natural spaces, left behind by critters, like tiny little bones and that kind of stuff. Eventually you find you don't find, you hear skittering. Renata, you're the first to pick it up.
Yeah. I'll definitely tell everyone to stop and get ready, and I'll just say one word: spiders.
Yeah, that's what you think. And then as you all like get ready to like face spiders, the skittering that you hear kind of gets closer, and you hear a scrabbling, and you're a little confused as to what it is. And then you see before the group, like heading towards Lunine and Corvus, who are leading the way here, you see the floor is covered in a swarm of rats. And I need everybody to roll initiative. Amber, if you want to run Selenar, you should.
Okay, I'll be back in camera shortly. I'll open that up.
Great.
Fireball! Someone cast fireball!
This like massive like wave of rats is kind of rummaging its way towards Lunine and Corvus. Meanwhile, you turn your heads and you notice out from the sides there are some more rats, but these ones are bigger. They're like almost the size of Andra.
Rats and giant rats.
Are they of an unusual size, you might say?
They are rats of an unusual size. They are, you might consider them giant-sized rats, actually.
I dislike the idea of rodents as tall as me.
Fair. That's very fair.
I would too, to be honest.
Admittedly, I'm not very tall, but still, dislike.
Yeah. Cool. I have Corvus, Lunine, Rini, and Andra. I don't have Renata. And I don't have Selenar. What did you roll? Did you click your token?
It didn't go through. No,
Oh,
it did.
I don't have control of the token.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, let me give you control. Do. There we go.
All right, there I am. 19.
Wonderful. Great. Cool. Everybody's good. So you see all these rats kind of appear from around dark corners, and
I'll
well,
just be over here screaming.
Fair. We'll bring you all over to
Don't open your mouth, the rat might go in.
the page here.
Did not need to know that.
Nope.
Now your
Dislike.
mouth is too small. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You're fine.
You can see some big boy ratties and this tidal wave of rats kind of swarming towards Lunine and Corvus. They're just like rushing in. The giant rats with a natural 20 get to go first.
Damn.
Awesome.
Indeed. So, the giant rats.
Did you play your song of healing, or did you talk to the girl?
No, I did. I mentioned that.
It only applies if anybody rolled hit dice, which nobody did.
Yes.
Son of a. All right.
You
I'm
roll
about-
it like
I know. I didn't have any hit dice left. I'm about to disengage every action.
So these rats kind of come up. One is going to attempt to bite Selenar. That is an 18 to hit for 6 points of piercing damage. One rushes up to Renata. That is a dirty 20 for 6 points of piercing damage. And against Corvus, that is a 9 to hit. So that will miss.
Oh, thank God! Please don't kill the rogue yet.
Renata, it is your turn with Selenar on deck, followed by Corvus.
awesome.
Hey, Amber, in the last fight, Selenar used one first level spell slot.
I am going
Okay.
to move
It looks like
here.
it cracked.
Plus whatever he had used last session.
One flaming sphere.
Oh, okay. So we think the character sheet is last session.
I think so.
And I'm gonna. Let's see. Tremor. That's.
It's a pretty decent movie with Kevin Bacon.
It is. The sequels were also actually.
What do you-
loved them.
what-
I loved them.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
let's focus up.
Is it a ranged attack around me, or do I pick a spot? I'm kind of confused by the wording.
What does it say?
I'll throw it up. I'll throw it up in the.
What is the spell? You cause a tremor in the ground within range.
So is it like all around me, or in a 10-foot cube off of me?
Weird. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say how big it
I'm
is.
assuming if it says within range, it's just within.
Yeah, you cause a tremor. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dex save. So I guess it just reaches out from you. So yeah, it's
So-
like a 10-foot circle around you.
10-foot circle around me. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't quite sure,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to like overthink this. So then that's what I'm going to do, and I guess that means I would hit all 3 of these, including
Including Andro, Selenar, and Rini. Yes.
and yes.
Yeah.
And Rini?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, hold on to your butts," and I cast Tremor,
All right.
also known as Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Actually, Lunine is in this too. The only one who doesn't make the save is Corvus.
I don't have to make it, or I auto failed.
Wait,
You don't have to make it. It's a dexterity saving throw.
That's a DC 13 Dex save.
Cool. For 1 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just
Oh, Rini actually makes it, which is very good.
Wait, Selenar has to do it too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
yes.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about names.
Only now have I gotten confident enough with the names.
Uh,
I forgot what.
both the rats succeed, and so does Rini.
All 3 rats.
All
Oh
Well,
no, wait. I'm sorry. 2
there's
rats.
only 2 rats.
I'm sorry. I saw this because of the same color scheme almost.
Well, you have to look at
thought
the. It helps if you look at the
Yeah,
token.
Rini was right.
You thought Rini was a rat?
I'm sorry. I was.
You can-
zoomed out, okay?
Yeah, you
I'm
can
sorry.
zoom in, and that will help you out.
I know I can zoom in.
Some of y'all are rat-sized, okay? I understand the confusion.
Hey now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Damn.
Yep.
I hurt my friends for 1 point of damage.
Well, they only take the damage if they are knocked prone, or if they fail.
And we're knocked prone.
Yeah. So Lunine takes the damage and is knocked prone. Andra takes the damage and is knocked prone. Make a concentration check for your orbs of light.
Oh,
16.
please.
It's,
No.
it's a DC 10.
Jesus.
16.
okay.
16. Great.
Yeah. Good news, we have not been
This is
plunged
like
into
shit.
darkness.
Cool.
Not been plunged into rat-coated darkness.
All right.
Do that again.
Back to Selenar. Selenar,
Great.
Corvus is on deck.
Cool. Gee Willikers. Selenar. These are walls to the cave, correct?
Yep.
Great. So Selenar is going to do something very simple, I guess. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to try to stab it with a spear.
Yeah, do it.
This seems like fun. Is a 20 hit?
A 20 absolutely hits.
Wonderful.
Are you using it one-handed or two-handed?
2.
Cool. That means
Both hands.
that means he won't be able to cast any spells.
Okay.
But yeah, you stab the rat viciously through it, and it goes. "Ah!" It
Great.
is
Oh.
very upset.
Go away, rat.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Anything else from Selenar?
Not at the moment.
All right,
That
Corvus.
makes several of us who are very upset at this point.
Corvus.
Yeah.
Down a rat.
Yeah, this rat tried to bite you.
And for that, he will pay dearly, I'm sure, as soon as the king of the Feywilds has something to say about it. Oh gosh,
not a
I
king.
have an orb attached to me, correct?
It's floating above your head. Yeah.
It's okay, so if I continue down the cave, it comes with me. I just want to make sure.
Until you are 20 feet away from Andra, and then it disappears.
Yeah,
good
you have to stay
know.
within 20 feet.
Gosh, darn it. Okay.
Or you can carry your own damn torch.
I mean, I have a lantern, but I want a crossbow in my hand right now, I think. Gosh darn it. Bonus action. I'm just no hiding here, so I'm going to disengage to get out of rat range.
Okay.
We'll take a step back. I'm sure that'll do a lot. And then I'm going to attack the rat. I'm going to ignore that rat for now. I'm going to attack the rat that is here next to our ally. Correct? The blue
Okay.
person in the ally?
Yeah, that's Renata.
The blue person is Renata.
I thought it looked familiar.
Y'all gotta zoom in to see these character portraits.
It
It really helps.
There's a lot going on. I mean, I still got the hand crossbow, I think, as a nearby weapon. It does,
Natural 20.
natural 20 hit.
Yeah. How do you kill the rat?
I think the rat goes to. This is totally out of mechanics of D&D, but the rat goes to like make a a little snap at Renata, and in the exact moment that it opens its mouth, I shoot the bolt through the roof of it, and it comes out its eye.
Yep. And the rat falls to the side. Dead rat. Boom.
As my second Wells from the Grave.
Double check if it's only humanoids or if it's a creature.
Oh, I thought it was anything. That's
If it's a creature, it's all good. If it's a humanoid, this doesn't count.
stand by.
In the meantime, Lunine, you are on deck-ish.
Creature.
All right, cool.
Sorry, Lunine. So I'm gonna do Wells from the Grave on the rat that attacked me first, which is the one behind me.
All right, roll 1d6.
Not terrible.
Yeah. Kind of like
this.
from the tip of the dart, that little wispy white energy just pings up and shoots over to the other rat, pinging it in the shoulder.
It's like it knows to target the hostile creature.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Next, the swarm of rats, the tidal wave of rats, washes over Lunine. So they are actually in your space. So they get to bite you. You're prone, so it is at advantage. At advantage, that is a 12 to hit.
That misses. I think I've had a nightmare about this once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm so sure.
Yeah, so these rats are all up in your grill here, Lunine. So they're just swarming all over you. Very cool. Lunine, it is your turn.
I would like to get up and I start slashing at the rats at my ankles.
Yeah, do it.
Dice.
Mhm.
First attack is a natural 20.
That will hit. Yeah. Very nice.
So that's 9 plus 4, 13 damage.
Cool. As you slash at them, you realize it's hard. There's just so many of them. It's hard to hit, so it's not as effective as you would hope it to be.
Oh my god.
It still does damage. Just not as much as you would hope.
Second attack,
Mhm.
18.
Will also hit.
That one's a D6. So that one is 6 points of damage.
Again, not as deadly as you might hope. But yeah, it's definitely dispersed quite a bit, so that's nice. Wonderful. Next up, Rini takes the dodge action to kind of like keep away from this rat. Andra, we're over to you.
Cool. I'm going to stand up.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a step or two over here. Yeah, sure. And
Okay.
I'm trying not to be in the swarm, but closer to the swarm.
Yeah, right now the swarm, it's just rats are crawling all over Lunine right now.
Oh, that's probably not great. Meh. I had a plan, but I don't think lighting Lunine on fire is going to be effective.
He can take it. He's the king of the Feywilds.
Cool. I'm gonna climb over Corvus and come. I'm right back where I started. I didn't move at all. I changed my mind about moving. I'm gonna throw some burning hands towards the giant rat I can just barely see at the edge of the
I
light
use
here.
all of my movement
Okay, great.
to return to my starting position.
Yes, exactly.
Great, so you look around, you look towards the rat, decide that's the way to go. It makes a dexterity saving throw, it rolls a natural 20.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Damn.
So it takes half damage.
Yes, it does take half damage, so it takes 7 fire damage.
The rat burns to death.
Excellent.
And you hear this loud screeching, "Ah! What a world, what a world!" As it burns to death.
What a world.
I just wanted to make pasta.
With my, as a free action, I'm going to cry.
Okay, great. Back to the rats. There is one rat left, and it doesn't like that it got stuck by a sticker thing. So it's going to attempt to bite Selenar.
Okay.
That is a 10. That is a miss.
Does not hit me.
Renata,
Selenar.
we're over to you. Selenar's on deck, followed by Corvus.
Yes, I am going to go up to here. I'll attack this rat here with poison spray.
Go for it.
DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
It fails, and you spray your poison. You conjure this poison from your guitar, and it just coats the rat, and you see blisters and boils begin to appear, and it goes, "Ah, fucker!" and dies. And as it dies, you as it dies, you swear you hear in a little rat voice, "Every rose has its thorn," and it dies.
Oh no.
Yeah, Renata hears that. It's like, hey, I think I can remember that. That's going to be good in a song. Every rose has what did he say? Born?
Poison?
Every rose was born?
Every rat has its thorn.
That's not going to...
Every
never mind.
rat
Forget that.
tails.
Anything else from Renata?
That is, I'm going to move...
You can't
back
feed
in.
us stuff like that and then be mad when we riff on it. Come on.
I'll stay right there next to Andra.
Selenar, it is your turn.
Great. I guess those are the horde rats are it.
All
Yep.
this down here.
There's the swarm all over Lunine.
All right. I guess I'll go down there and spear the swarm again. That seemed to actually work out pretty good.
Yeah, go for it.
Poke 'em.
21 will absolutely hit for 3 points of damage. It's hard to get these things, so it looks like it doesn't do as much damage as you had hoped, but it does knock out a rat or two.
Great.
Wonderful. Corvus, we're over to you.
All right, the rats around me have fallen. What is left? The swarm?
There's a swarm of rats literally next to you, covering Lunine.
Okay. I've got a dagger in my hand.
Okay.
Actually, how does that work? It's in my offhand, technically. Can I attack as normal with it, with proficiency bonus, or no?
No, it would be without. So the attack is the same, but the damage is
It's
different.
not. Okay. It is. Oh, I'm sorry. It goes without saying I would have picked up my short bow after we left the satyrs.
Yeah.
But it's not on me. I feel a little weird about shooting a hand crossbow into Lunine's face, so I'm going to do the offhand dagger thing.
Okay. If you want, you can switch hands with it. Like, if you want to,
Oh, that would be cool. Do you want me to roll sleight of hand for it? I'm asking for a fail, but...
Sure, DC 5.
Okay.
If the DM doesn't ask for a roll,
I know, but I did, so now I have to make it because I want to. Really cool.
Yep, DC 5. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You do the thing where, like, you throw the dagger up in the air, it flips over itself as you chuck the crossbow into your offhand, and whoop, and now you can...
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm going to dagger
all
the fuck
very
out of that
impressed.
rat.
Yeah, go for those swarms.
This was for me. It was for no one else. Oh, this is very bizarre. Why is the dagger no longer treated as something I'm holding?
Did you equip it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Should be in your attacks, though.
I know. It's bizarre. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, it's not. It's listed as a bonus action, which is bizarre.
Because it's in your offhand.
Well, yeah, that's maybe why. Okay, I'll just add the +5 at the end, is all.
Yeah.
17?
17 hits.
1 + 5?
Yeah. So that's 7 plus your sneak attack damage because it is adjacent.
Oh yeah. Okay, great.
Oh, just 2. So that's a total of 9 slashing damage.
Oh, not too shabby, I guess.
Yeah. Again, not as effective as you might hope because of the spread outness of the entities within the swarm. It is now the swarm's turn. They are going to continue to bite Mr. Lunine. However, on an 11, we'll do a whole lot of nothing. Lunine, it is your turn.
I stab at them again.
Go for it.
Get these rats off me.
Did you want me to set you on fire?
19 will hit.
First hit, so that's 4 plus 4, 8. And then second one was the 15 plus 6, so that's 21.
Definitely hits.
For another 7.
All right. Yeah, there's not a lot of body left to this swarm. It looks like you're thinning it out pretty much. Rini dodges over to Andra.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm gonna come on over here, and since Lunine apparently does not want me to set him on fire, I will use my own dagger to attempt to stab at some rats.
17 will hit.
For 4 more piercing damage.
Yeah, you
I'm
skewer.
closer to them.
You skewer a couple more rats. Over to Renata.
I will cast. Let's do Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yeah.
30-20.
Yeah, with this blast of energy, you smash it into the heart of the remaining swarm as it's crawling over Lunine. And the swarm hates it immensely and disperses the few remaining surviving rats running away into the darkness, skittering away. The swarm defeated.
I just love the mental image of 4 of us stabbing at these rats around Lunine's ankles.
Yeah.
Well, they were crawling up on him. They weren't just like at his ankles. They were like crawling on him. So you're batting them off.
4 of us are sitting there going like bap, 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 bap.
Yeah. Well done. You have defeated the swarm of rats.
Hooray.
Good job.
I hate these caves. Can we go now?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Faster, Renata.
Yes. Let's walk out of here.
Yeah.
Power walk out of here.
I'm going to recast Dancing Lights, and this time bring up all 4 and send one as far ahead of us as we can, so that in the hopes that we might see any more rats.
Very cool. With this light and kind of like being able to like make it move and scurry, like you suffer no more problems and are able to make your way back out of the caves into the uninhabited edges of Cliffside, and eventually you are in the neighborhood, which is actually, this is not far from Rini's home.
Great. Let's walk towards her home.
Cool. Are you just gonna like drop her off at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if given the opportunity, I do want to speak with her one more time, one-on-one, out of earshot of everyone.
Sure. You get to her home, and she climbs the little stairs up. You can go up there with her. And she looks down at the rest of you and Renata next to her. Right. Well, thank you all again for saving me from that dancing fool there, that Navari fella. Much appreciated of all. Do you have like a group name that I should know or anything?
Nah.
I kind of look.
All right. Well, I'm just going to
Like Greg and the Misfits.
All right. Well, I'm just going to tell a bunch of weirdos then, because
Well, no, I mean, we're like a ragtag band of whatevers.
Sure. Well, if you're in town for long enough, I do perform at the Ruddy Plank, so I may be seeing you again. But I'm going to take a few days to myself. Although,
Yeah,
since you are staying at the Ruddy Plank, you said.
Yeah.
that's right.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, if you could do me one more favor, I'd really quite appreciate it if you could tell the proprietress there, Holland Whistler. She's an Aquanel. You can't miss her. Lovely blue-skinned woman, seafoam hair.
No, I know her.
Well, if you wouldn't mind letting her know that I'm going to be needing to recover, you can feel free to tell her about the whole fiasco, of course. But I'm going to need a few days, and I apologize for it.
That's not a problem.
Much obliged. Well,
Of course. Hey, listen, Rini. Been thinking about this day. And I'm curious because I don't really know you.
Do you say this out loud?
What do
to
you?
everyone?
Oh, no. This would be more.
they're up on the landing, and the rest of you are kind of like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna go back and check on Ozo.
yeah, you can scamper off.
I was ask her. So
It is getting late
to
also. It is like very late. It's early morning at this point. Like,
yeah, don't worry. I won't take up too much of your time. Just want to know a couple more things. What do you plan to do with your skills dancing?
well, perform, dance the dance. You can't stop.
And-
You can't stop the dance. You must spin your spiral. You know.
Spin your spiral.
Hi.
Is the end goal to be famous?
I mean, I wouldn't hate having a bit of renown for my skills. But,
Okay.
you know, with such renown comes money, which is always useful. But I dance because I love it. It's not... I don't dance because I want to get rich. I dance because I love it, because it moves me to do so. It's a form of expression and passion in my life. And it's a good time. Have fun with it too.
That makes me actually happy to hear you say that. I think fame can be an alter ego. So wherever life takes you, I hope you stay true to yourself, that dancing is the love of your life. And never mind if it's the love of this continent's peoples.
Well, thank you. And I hope that you, Renata Soul Angel, follow your heart and find whatever art is there to be a source of great hope and power for yourself. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to bed.
Of course.
Thank you all again. Maybe I'll see you at the plank. And she nods and goes inside her home.
Great.
So you think the party's still going?
Yeah, what time of night is it?
It's like 1 a.m. Like
So
you all are like in dire need of a rest.
Okay. You know what, Andra? I feel like we had our own private college party here. I'm gonna call it a night. And honestly, we should all just head back to the Ruddy Plank.
Seems like a plan.
Yeah. And there's something I definitely want to do once I get to the Ruddy Plank. So I'll be like in a bit of a hurry to do that, to get back there.
Yeah, everybody can return to the Ruddy Plank. Corvus, you get there kind of before the rest because you kind of scampered ahead to check on Ozo. You find Ozo passed out and asleep in your room, just sleeping.
Is it weird to medicine check someone that's sleeping?
No,
No.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna do it.
you can check them out.
Work all the time.
Yeah.
Literally your job.
Ah,
Yeah.
not quite as good as the last time.
They seem to be sleeping easily. They are not tossing and turning. And it seems to be having, this rest seems to be having a restorative effect on them.
Okay, good. We'll check on them in the morning, and then, if necessary.
You're not quite sure how comfortable they are sleeping with the mask on. It looks like they just kind of passed out
They
on the
also
bed.
sleep with the mask on?
At least in this moment.
Did this time.
Was that can't? Oh no, I can't take it off. That's not. No, Killers can't do that. All right, it is what it is. If I'm comfortable or no, I respect the mask.
Yeah, it looks like they are on top of the bed, like over the covers, like they're not nestled in. They're just like passed out, like exhausted sleep. They just like hit the bed and zonked. So they're out. Everybody else returns. Renata, you wanted to do something?
Yeah. First, if Whistler is around, I'll let her know about finding Rini and that she'll need a couple days to recover, but she'll be back to help entertain the crowd.
Oh, well, I'm so glad to hear she's okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for telling me.
Of course. And then I'll go up to my room. And I'm sorry, I forgot. Am I sharing a room with anyone, or?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I don't remember either.
I think the only ones who are sharing are Ozo and Corvus, because I know Lunine got his own room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
wrote down my room number somewhere, but I've now lost, of course, that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Okay. So back in my room.
Yeah.
Understanding his usual mode of...
Oh, actually, I think you and Selenar might be bunking together, but Selenar has entered his trance.
Okay. So I'll just ignore him, thinking he won't hear anything. And understanding the manager's mode of communication, I'll see if I can grab like a bucket of water, or if there's a sink.
Yeah, there's like an ewer and a pitcher of water in your thing, so you can like pour it in and kind of look into the ewer of water, the basin.
Great. And having never initiated this type of contact, I'll just stare into the water and say, manager, I found Rini for you. And just wait for a response, if anything.
I think you got some major.
You feel like a phantom pat on your back, but you don't hear anything.
Okay. I will then. I'll ask next. Or I'll say / ask. Funny thing about finding her is that he doesn't know who you are. I'll leave it up in the air to see if he responds.
He doesn't.
Okay, then if he doesn't respond to that, then I won't say anything more. I'll just like stay up a little bit longer, just kind of strumming on the guitar a little bit, just kind of thinking back on the events before calling it a night.
All right. So you all are able to get a long rest. Ozo, when you awaken, your hit points are back to normal, your max is restored, and you suffer no lingering effects from your ghostly encounter.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yay.
We like that.
Yeah. So you all return, and you can group up in the morning. What are you going to do with this new day here in the city of Cliffside? You have already successfully found and returned one Rini Swiftcrest to her home.
Before, or I guess after my long rest, I would love to take an hour to copy a scroll into my spellbook.
Yeah, you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And spend my 25 gold on doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And great.
As you finish copying the last bit of the spell into your spell book, Andra, you see the ink kind of flares and flows up into the air, circles around itself, condenses into a little ball of like lavender ink that it was written in, and then kind of sparkles away into dust that lands on your book, and the black ink you've written in your spell book shimmers a little bit, and you see that the magic is now a part of your spell book. And
Cool.
it's just a blank piece of paper now.
Great. That was the message cantrip. Mechanically, it won't let me add any more cantrips to my spellbook. Like, the button is grayed out.
Weird. We'll look into it.
But it was message was the spell.
Let me see. So you can't add cantrips to your spell book. It's just a use of the scroll, because they don't use a spell slot, and the spell book holds your spell slot spells. Cantrips are just ones that you know.
Gotcha. So how do I add them in general? Like, it won't let me add the spell.
Right, so you have a scroll of it, which means you can use it once. Like, when you level up and get new cantrips, you can learn it.
I understand. Okay. So I did not copy cantrips into my book. Everything I just said is a lie. I'm going to undo it all.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's only level 1 and up spells that cancel, or that get written in.
Gotcha. Never mind, just kidding.
So you all regroup. You are having breakfast. Corvus, you see that Ozo looks to be their fine self, back to normal. Corvus, did you change anything upon waking from this long rest?
I did. I have a quick question, though. When am I to meet my guild member in the graveyard?
This evening.
This evening. Yes, I'm going to change medicine to insight.
Cool. So
Possible? No, investigation, because I already have insight.
okay. So as you are kind of thinking about like a skill that you think might be useful today, you see that a ghostly apparition appears before you. It kind of steps out of your body. It's a human woman in kind of medicine, like hedge witch practitioner garb, and she just kind of smiles and nods to you and disappears into the ether. And where she once stood, a new form has appeared. This kind of portly, older, like half-elven man with a bit of a very distinguished-looking garb and a big old monocle over one eye and a big walrusy mustache. And he just kind of like tips his hat to you and enters your body, and you have proficiency in insight.
Ooh.
Oh.
You can insight check me all the time now.
Oh,
So back to the table. As you are, what are you all discussing?
Sorry, investigation. Sorry. Not insight.
Sorry, investigation. That's what I meant. You're proficient in investigation.
So did you do anything cool last night?
Went to a dance party.
It's not what you think. We didn't go to the college party Renata was planning on going to. He had a
No.
friend in need that we went and rescued, apparently from the bowels of Cliffside.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It was a little hairy. There were some satyrs that are apparently from the Fae, and this one, I'm gonna nod over to Lenine, apparently has some sway with their kind, being a royal and all. I won't do that. Actually, you know what? No air quotes.
Oh, bugger. I wanted to take one of those rats with us.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged on the lamenting of not bringing a rat home with you.
Rats are great.
Yeah. Well done, everybody. Y'all survived the mission. This mission was, by the way, had a title for it. It was called "Save a Dancer for Me." So good job. You've completed "Save a Dancer for Me." Yeah. So let's go around and say our goodbyes, and I'll figure out who we're going to raid. Let's start at the bottom of the rung over here, or well, not the bottom, but the middle of the rung, because there's no Jeff, with Renata Soul Angel himself.
What do I say? I say thank you for watching and partaking in our adventure today. So catch us next week. And also happy Halloween, because that's coming up soon.
True.
Yes. Moving on up, we got Ozo.
Hello, I was Ozo for 20 seconds and Selenar for a couple more. I'm also Amber Jaya all day long.
Yeah.
Yay.
Next time, I will participate.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yay.
All right, then we got Lunine, Raytrall Dusklight, the Marquis himself.
The king of the Feywild.
He's a Marquis, he's not a king.
Same thing.
No.
Not even close.
I'm Tanner. I've been playing Lunine. And I will accept all of your worship.
In the world of satyrs, he might as well have been a king.
How magnanimous.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not a king. And Lunine is just gonna slap Corvus.
And then we've got a slapped Corvus.
Ouch. Then Corvus. I've been played by Matt, and I'm especially sassy tonight to the royalty, I guess.
Yeah. Great. Love that for you. Andra.
That's me. I am Sarah. I have been Andra. I forgot my rat, but that's fine because I probably am not going to find the rest of these things in 24 hours anyway. And rats expire. And we are Nuuli Forged, and we have a YouTube channel in which you can watch our past exploits. And also we have social media things, which, there are more of every single damn day. But check out your favorites. See if we're there. We probably are.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And my name is Jared. I've been your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. We're going to hop on over into Legurnd, who's playing some D&D over there. So hop in the stream, let them know that they've been newly rated, give them a follow perhaps. And that's what. Oh, actually, it looks like they just went offline, so never mind. So instead, we're gonna raid our good old friends over at Questkeep. So give them a follow, let them know that they've been newly rated, and we will see you all next week on November 5th. which happens to be not only election day, so make sure you go out and vote. It's very important. So if you haven't mailed in your votes, make sure you do some early voting. Make sure you vote on the day, whichever way you do it. Make sure it's done. But it's also a very... It really does, like, for reals. Like, we may not be here much longer if things go badly. It is also a very special birthday next week, so...
Yay!
So...
Yay.
Yeah.
Birthday is already passed.
Also, Guy Fawkes Day. Remember the 5th of November.
Oh, great!
Just watched that movie recently.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Well,
How pathetic.
next week's going to be all the reasons to watch some D&D. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining us. Hop in this raid, and let them over at Quest Keep know that they've been newly raided. Be safe, be kind, be smart, vote, and we will see you all next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, and thank you so much to everyone who chatted, and thank you to I've Got It and Solid 10 D&D for the bits and being the best mod around. So thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
No, really.
Bye.
Ah.